உலக முதலீட்டாளர் மாநாட்டில் பல்வேறு நாடுகளிலிருந்து மிக முக்கியமான பிரதிநிதிகள் வந்து கலந்து கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடிய நிலையில கிறிஸ் மில்லர் இவர் மிக முக்கியமான ஒரு ஆத்தர், எழுத்தாளர். குறிப்பாக இவர் எழுதிய அந்த சிப் வார் என்கிற புத்தகம் உலகளாவிய அளவில் மிக முக்கியமான ஒரு நூல். குறிப்பாக செமிகண்டக்டிங் துறையிலும் குறிப்பாக இந்த சிப்ஸ் தொடர்பான, அதாவது மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் சிப்ஸ் தொடர்பான இந்த துறையில் வந்து மிக முக்கியமான நூல். அவர் மிக முக்கியமானவர். அவர் இந்த மாநாட்டில் 2 நாள் கலந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார். பிரத்யேகமாக நம்முடைய நியூஸ் 18 தமிழ்நாடு தொலைக்காட்சிக்காக அவர் இணைந்திருக்கிறார். அவரிடம் பேசுவோம். சார், we welcome to Chennai for the Global Investors Meet. Actually, what's your point of view at Tamil Nadu should concentrate on in chips, especially in semiconductor industry?
I think if you look across the electronics supply chain, you see a lot of excitement and a lot of new investment in Tamil Nadu in electronics, whether it's in device assembly, so assembling phones, or exploring the assembly, test, and package of semiconductors, or the design of semiconductors. There's already a sizable ecosystem, and I think it's going to grow substantially over the coming years.
Globally, China making it a big market. In your point of view, how about India for the next 10 years?
Well, I think right now you see a lot of global companies trying to diversify away from over-reliance on China, and that's a real opportunity for India, especially when it comes to assembly and manufacturing. Companies are looking for viable places to invest, and India is, I think, a very competitive location.
Actually, yesterday, many investors, especially yesterday government released semiconducting and policy, Tamil Nadu government. What is the key points which were included in that?
I think that the policy outlined a series of incentives for design and manufacturing of semiconductors, and I think that's important. If you want to attract foreign investment, you've got to be able to offer incentives, because every other government around the world is offering incentives too. But I think incentives alone aren't enough. You also need to develop the rest of the ecosystem, have competitive labor policies and a high-skilled labor force, and so I would put the incentives next to a broader set of packages that are needed to fully build out an electronics ecosystem.
Senior economists said that this is not enough. Have to increase more industries and have to design. Raghuram Rajan said. Your view about him?
Well, I think it's certainly right that it would be wrong to say we're going to build 1 factory or 2 factories and that's enough. That's not enough. Assembly and manufacturing can be very value additive if you start learning not just how to manufacture or assemble a device, but then beginning to manufacture some of the components as well. If you look historically, that's what China did. China started with very basic assembly, then learned to manufacture a lot of the components that were in those devices. And I think that's a very viable path for India right now. But it's certainly right that you got to focus on the entire ecosystem, the entire supply chain, rather than just 1 or 2 factories.
What do you say to our student, especially every yearly academic year, more than 2 lakhs engineering graduates are coming out from Tamil Nadu, especially in IT and computer science engineering students. What would we say for their better opportunities in their field?
Well, I think it's exciting to see so many students focusing on this area, but I think to succeed in business, you need not only the engineering skills or the computer science skills, you also need the business know-how, and that's really the key, is to combine the engineering expertise with experience in business.
Now, global is turning to AI. What about India will place on AI? What your view about India will make a benchmark in AI technology?
Well, I think you already see Indian companies and Indian experts playing a major role in AI. And AI will mean many things once it's fully developed. The training of AI systems, but also their deployment in many different spheres. And I think there's a lot of scope for Indian companies to play a leading role in the application of AI in different sectors of the economy.
Your thought about this global investors meet for the yesterday and today, that many MOUs were signed regarding this industry. What's your view about this global meet?
Well, I think this forum shows the level of excitement about investing in electronics in Tamil Nadu, and I think it matches the expectations that I would have had to see electronics firms, auto and EV firms expanding their investment and taking advantage of the fact that this ecosystem really is beginning to develop.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.